Alright, we're trying to see if we can get this running. Sure, we got some desktop. At the moment, we don't show we have desktop, so we'll see. Let it load in. Loading, loading, loading. We have no desktop sound. Why not? I don't have desktop sound even on the headphones, so let's figure out what the deal is here. Nope, nothing. Okay. Okay, let me tab. Oops, not gonna let me. Oh, went back to rip desk, that's why. Okay, we have it. Okay. Now let's see what we got here. Now, I'm just going to use these because I bought them, and I just want to see how it's going to look, sound. All right. May not fit over this headset. Doesn't really, does it? Huh. See where it's hitting on anything, except right there. Being held out by the cord. Alright. How about here? Alright. Head tracking seems to be alright. We have sound. Hopefully, hold on, this will sound any different in here. Chat looks different. Haven't played in a while. I've been beaten up on Breakpoint. But I figured I'd come in here and polish my skills. Little BR for change. Ba, 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 ba. Whoa, big spike there. Let's see. I don't really need to do nothing much. Like I say, I've been waiting for the new patch whenever it releases to the PU. Really, things get old in Star Citizen. Boy, I'll tell you what. Just doesn't want to run real good ever. Frame rates are okay today. Alright, let's, could do a cheap delivery mission. Not gonna cargo run on a Saturday. It's not gonna happen. You know, let's just do a little mining. What the hell? Doesn't really matter. Nothing in the game right now is really persistent. So, don't let's see. Well, I got extra roar today for whatever reason. Who knows? See if this will spawn with all its parts. Pad 3. Whoops. Yeah, Star Citizen. Okay. Come on, let go. Say, let go of me. Hopefully I remember to turn everything on. If not, we will discover as we go. Close comms.
Com link closed.
Voice attack's obviously running. So I did that right. Oh, need water. God damn it. And it will not be in my inventory because I have logged out. So we're just going to have to die of thirst if it happens. Just gotta have to happen. And we're not gonna do serious mining here. I'm just gonna go out and tinker. I mean, I'm not gonna look for complete junk, but I'm really not worried about getting a really good load. I can live without a 100K load. Like I say, credits aren't that big a deal. I already got more than I need. But you can easily, just mining planets, you can easily make 7,500K in this ship, mining quantanium or whatever they call it. You can make 200K if you want to go through the hassle of doing it. And the thing about mining in a prospector, there's no risk to your credit line. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Hey, it's a working. Hopefully the stream's alright. I don't want to take the headset off to check it. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules.
Start
Handing
up.
you the con. Activating now.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Okay, we'll visit again. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Try not to run into the station because that would be bad. Range.
Collecting data.
We got data coming. It's incoming. Jump. Whoop. Too soon.
Jumping.
Oh, caught it anyway. Son of a gun. Wasn't done spooling. I didn't figure it would go. Oh, things seem good. Can't complain so far. Give me a minute or two. I'll complain. I did here recently buy a new set of headphones. What are they? Yeah, they're HyperX Cloud Alpha S's. 7.1 surround. I just thought I'd see how good they sound in Star Citizen. To me, they have excellent sound. Works pretty good. 7.1, even though it's virtual, they seem to do a fairly good job of pinpointing noises. I don't know that Star Citizen has 7.1 in its audio. However, I will say here that versus using the Rift S sound, the headphone sounds better in quantum travel. If that's any indication, but yeah, you know, quality of speakers. Rift S is not known for its sound quality. Open air speakers. Not all that good. And I really don't like using headphones over the Rift because it's just a hassle putting them on, taking them off, something else to mess with. I can really live without doing all that stuff. Probably ought to have bought wireless headphones, but I really didn't want to mess with wireless charging all the time. You know, although times I do wish I had wireless. And I have a cheap set of wireless headphones, but nothing I use. Or haven't used them in histories. And they are just a cheap set. Range.
Collecting data.
But yeah, sound's an improvement, I can already tell you that. Of course they are. Anything is better than Rift S. Jump.
Jumping.
Frame rates are running good. Yeah, it definitely sounds different in quantum travel. Ba, ba, ba. Range.
Collecting data.
Data being collected. Tiger flats. Guess that's where we'll go. Doesn't really matter. Jump. Just less mountainous
Jumping.
region around here. It makes it easier to find. You're just out screwing around. Don't have to go worry about all the gullies and the caves and canyons and all that shit. Yeah, I have to admit, sound is a lot better in these headphones. And I'm sure the sound you're hearing is off the system you have, so it really doesn't matter, but it's working good here. Definitely an improvement. Oh, and we're in daylight. How about that? Nothing like daylight. Alrighty, let's go down and get some rocks. Like I say, we're not going to do real serious shit here. We're just running Star Citizen to be running it.
Wow, VR.
Yes, I'm in VR. We're using Vorpex to convert it over to VR. And until you have done it, you just don't realize how really nice it is. Star Citizen is nowhere near a complete game, but let me tell you, in VR, it's really a lot of fun. It's really buggy and stuff, but adding everything three-dimensional is pretty cool. I don't need to scan this rock to know it's a mineable rock. Tell by the color. Mining boat.
Affirmative. Stand by.
And not a very good rock. Looks like we've got another one sitting right out here. One thing about daylight, you really don't need to scan. If they'd increase the load ranges, you could even do it better, but it's easy to spot the mineable rocks visually without having to mess with your scanners.
I am digging No Man's Sky.
Like I say, I thought it was gorgeous. I just didn't like all the survival mechanics you had to mess with. I mean, it just too much. And like I say, Trish told me that if I stuck with it, you get to the point where you don't have to mess with it so bad. But, yeah, I couldn't get to that point. But it sure was pretty in VR. I have to admit, gold. Frame rates are really good today. So far. Just running smoother than a baby's butt. Looks like I'm not going to have any luck finding decent rocks, am I? Terranite. Well, see, there's a good material, but 0.52%, it's not worth me messing with. I don't care if I'm not trying to make money. It's just too little of a quantity. Okay, there's one more out here we'll look at. I don't see anything else popping up. Like I say, the LODs are so short. You really gotta stretch your eyeballs to see them if they're far away. Nope. Let's see. Do I see anything else stuck anywhere? No, I don't. Scanning mode. Scanning mode.
Accepted.
Yeah, this
You may now
definitely,
proceed.
using this headset versus the Rift S sound is a big difference. I can tell you that. In this game. I mean, this almost sounds freaky from the noises coming in different directions. I didn't even know Star Citizen supported 7.1. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
And it may just be because it's better sound, it doesn't support it. Oops, I don't need that. I can see it right in front of me here. Yeah, much more quality, of course, than the Rift S sound system. It's the only thing about the Rift S I really don't like is the sound. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
I mean, 1440p graphics, I don't know what more you want. I realize Cosmos and Index has more, but also twice the money. And the Cosmos is something we'll look at, except has the best resolution of any of them. But the trouble is, the inside-out tracking, everything I've researched on it is god-awful. And I like the inside-out tracking. And if you buy the Cosmos with base station tracking, you might as well buy the Index for the difference in price and get a better overall quality headset. So, Valve is pretty much screwed to pooch as far as I'm concerned. I'm not buying a VR headset for a superior sound. I'm looking visual qualities. Not found one decent rock here. But like I say, I'm not really out here to make money, so it's not a big deal. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Probably a couple right over there. One in front of us, 3 over there. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Yeah, definitely sound quality is definitely good. I guess I did all right. Oh, now there's a good rock. Yeah, how do you know what's purchased to buy on speakers? I looked at a couple of them. I had HyperX Stingers that I really liked, very comfortable, so I went ahead and bought a set of HyperXs. But I looked at Razer, I looked at Logitech. And I have to admit, I am not disappointed in my purchase. Sometimes, you know, you got buyer's regret. But you know, you game for hours at a time sometimes. Comfortable is very important. And my Stingers were so comfortable that damn it, blew that, didn't I? Not paying attention enough. Inert. Gimbals.
Actioned.
Gimbals.
Actioned.
I hate that you have to go through settings to get anything in Star Citizen. That's just, everything's on a switch. Just keep pressing it to get it to switch. And I'd much rather prefer, of course, you know how many key bindings you want. So, wow. Can't find any of the material I busted this rock for. Isn't that amazing? Must be mad at me. Alright. Change the angle of the dangle here. Aggregate. 100%, but it's not even broke yet. That's good. Not even done breaking this piece yet. It's not all that big, though. Come on, don't be bashful. We got it. Alright, let's see how many good pieces we got. Suck up some rock. Really should get a bigger percentage out of this rock. It was 15%. I would think we'd get more than 25% of our cargo, but who knows? Looks like that's all there was. I'm interested in a new patch coming out. I'm interested in the flight model. It's been so bad for so long. I mean, you get used to anything after a while, but really, I think flight models in the past were a lot better than what we got nowadays. But they make changes. We'll see how it works out. Who knows? I don't see nothing else around. Scanning mode. Well, take a look at it. What's the, whoops, scanning mode. Scanning mode. Oh.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
You damn well better accept. Won't force me to fire you. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed. See the rock. Says one's here, but I don't see it. Huh. Definitely said one was here. But I do not see no rock. Can you say?
Still don't see a rock. Mineable. The hell? Way over here? Now see, the way this scanner works, you should be able to, once I pick it up like this, I should be able to scan it again, and I should get readings on the rock that I'm looking at. And there's nothing I can do. Some people claim it works. Other people claim it doesn't. I don't, once in a while it will work for me, but very seldom. And that's why I switched to mining mode, discover what's inside the rock. So some people claim, oh, it works. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, once in a while, but it's not consistent. Mining mode.
Affirmative, stand by.
And it's not the worst thing in the world to have to switch back and forth, but the game is made that you don't have to, but yet it doesn't work. Just another feature in Star Citizen. It's been out for 3 years. It does not work properly. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Like I say, it's really not that big a deal. You get used to it. I don't have any problem switching back and forth. I need to. Scanning mode. But it'd be nice if I didn't
Accepted.
have to.
You may now proceed.
Mining mode.
Affirmative, stand by.
And the odds are pretty good. It's probably never going to get fixed for years and years. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Not one of their priorities. I don't know what their priorities are, but fixing things is not one of them. So I've got a couple rocks here. Mining mode. Mining mode.
Affirmative, stand by.
Yeah, see, Terranite's awful good material, but not those percentages. Just not worth your trouble. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
It looks like there's a cluster sitting over there on the right that we're going to check out here. And yes, it did ping. You see those 3 over there. Cluster of 3. Mining mode. Mining mode.
Affirmative, stand by.
That's not a very good rock, but I'm probably going to split it anyway because I'm really not out here to spend a lot of time making a little money, and I'll get a little bit out of it. Not a great rock. And if I was out to make money, I wouldn't even fracture it. But I'm not out here to make a killing. I'm just out here putzing. And when you're putzing, you can do things you don't normally do. Just ain't about the credits. Oh, come on. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Need to reposition so I can see the gauges properly. Yeah, frame rate lag, desync seems really, really well in control today. It's not a great piece. I'm going to take it anyway. If I was out to make money, if it'd be less than 50%, I wouldn't even bother. Aluminum's worth next to nothing, so if you're going to pick up aluminum, yeah, well. Looks like that's all that's in that. Now, see, we're not getting high percentages, but we don't really care. Like I say, I'm not out here to get rich today. Hell, I think I got almost 2 million credits. What am I going to do with them? I done bought all the in-game toys I want as far as gear and weapons and shields, all that happy shit. Could buy ships, I suppose, but really I don't have anything I want. Unless I make a whole lot more money. I'm not going to chase the credits to make them. Let's do the right thing here. Probably all we're going to get out of this. I think it's probably all we're going to get out of this piece. Well, see, that's so low that that's just not even worth splitting. The other rock looks like no. Alright, we've got half a load. I don't see anything. Whoop. Looks like these three over here mineable. So we're going to look at them. Might be more over there mineable. Scanning mode. Let's check this whole field out here. See what we got. Scanning mode. Oh, well. Scanning mode. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
What the hell's the deal? It's claiming none of that's mineable. That's kind of hard to believe. Usually a big field like that will have some clusters in it. But I just only see those three. Shit happens. These may not be mineable either, but they should be. They're not. Just the way the light was hitting them. Oh well. Such is life. I'm going to pass on to going way over there for one rock. Like I say, I really wish they get to the point where they get stuff fixed until the LODs could be farther away. It would be nice. They do it to get their frame rates up, but it really makes for a sucky game. Short LODs. And they're really short. 300 meters, for God's sakes. 350 meters. Pretty bad. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
1%. Just not worth breaking. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Not worth taking the time to break that rock. Even when you're not out to get rich. Unless you're looking for practice, when you're just out practicing, getting used to the controls and stuff, you take anything, it doesn't matter. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the flight model, how much it affects things. I don't think it'll affect me much at all in dogfighting. I don't dogfight balls to the wall. I like to get into the sweet turn spot, turning radiuses. Some people just like to use all throttle. That's okay. Everybody does things differently. But me, I enjoy getting into, I guess you'd say, turn fights. Or some people like to joust. So I don't think it'll affect me because I always set my ship in a dogfight. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
To get max performance out of it. And it's not going to let me scan any of these rocks, is it? Wonderful. Oh, how about getting into mining mode? Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
There it goes. So I don't think it's going to have a big effect. Now it may. Well, this is the best of the bunch. And it sucks. Mining mode. Up.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
This looks like a good mineable rock. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Are these mineable? No. Scanning mode. Whoops, yes they are. See how bad the lods are. I mean, come on. You gotta get right up on shit for it even registers in this game. One of my complaints, major one, shouldn't be that short. I would rather give up performance. You know, I'd like to be able to see what I'm doing. They want to cover everything up to get their performance up. I don't agree with that method, but that's their design. Scanning mode. I just
Accepted. You may now proceed.
I just think, see how short the rocks are, see how short the LODs are. You can see this far mostly. I don't know. I just really think that's piss poor. I mean, the artists have done such a good job on most things that I want to be able to see them. I don't want them to be hidden because they got shitty performance. For God's sakes, fix your performance. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
But I'm not running their show. 1.4%. Well, I'm just not having any good luck. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Yeah, some people claim how great Star Citizen is, their visuals, and I will admit what you can see is pretty, but I'm not impressed when you can't see anything over 300 meters in the game. That just doesn't impress me. I don't care how good the artists are. What good is it when they hide it in fog, hide it with short LODs, you know? Stretch it out a little bit. Let's see the damn game. Let's not hide it behind your bad performance. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Claimed there was rocks out here, but I don't see it. That rock wasn't in the box, so it shouldn't even have showed up in the box. And I see nothing out here, regardless of what they said. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
And we just might run back what we got. And I could take some junk, but junk is junk. It's really not worth the time to mine it, to me. One rock. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
You just never know. I don't see anything, but the shadows are getting on the rocks. So. If there's anything here, I don't see it. Do not see it. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Yeah, obviously just because your scanner picks up something doesn't mean there's something there. This is Star Citizen. You just have to deal with that. You get used to it. This game has more bugs than an ant farm. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Okay, there's a decent little rock. Not great rock, but it's decent. 10% ain't bad. 20% is wonderful. You don't find very many of them. But they're out here. How much money you make really depends on how much time you want to take. I'm just not out here to get real picky. Okay, this rock doesn't show it has a lot of resistance, but it's acting like it. And I am using a helix head. I do not use consumables. I just have not found the use. Something else to mess with. It's not necessary. Although if you have a lesser mining head, they come in very... just jumped all at once. Wow, I had that off and it split. Okay. There's no way it should have done that. Didn't overheat it that bad. In fact, I barely overheated it when I turned it off. So, you figure it out. And not a piece on this side has agrium in it. Isn't that wonderful? See how they treat me? May have just disappeared. It has done that. I've split rocks and the material I went after just disappeared. It happens. But not in this case. There it is. Which is good. Pretty good sized piece. I ought to get some out of this. Got a good split. You never know what happens until you split it the first time. If it splits right, you get really good value. But it's our RNG stuff, so you know, it varies. You get lucky, you don't get lucky. But sometimes you get really lucky. Talk about it here. No more out of this rock. Well, we don't need much more. I guess we can finish up here. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Been accepted. Now, one thing about VR, when you're going to ground against the ground like this, close, it really does feel like you're moving. Kind of gives you a head rush, which is just fun. So I've got 2 rocks out here. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Now see, there's Quantanium. Low percentage is not worth messing with. I'm close to being a full load, so if it was any decent now there's a piece. I'm gonna have to do this and head back to port, of course, even if I don't fill up, but this stuff is very valuable. So we'll go ahead and we'll bust it. If I don't blow it up. I haven't done it for God knows how long, but you can be stupid and blow it up pretty easily. Nature of the beast. So we'll try not to blow it up. Gimbals. I'm going to lock my gimbals because when you fade around, it changes trust me. So if you lock it, you're better off on certain materials. I'll see here, it's going to give me a rough time getting energy into the rock. There it goes. Means I'm going to have to find a soft spot problem. So let's look for a soft spot. There we go. And is it going to die right there, isn't it? Nope, here it comes. Come on. This is the nature of this shit. And you can use consumables to help you out, but come on. Just out of sunset. Damn it. Gotta say, it's a pain in the ass. But it does pay well. So. They're telling me that we lost all the Quantanium. See what happens. Like I say, the rock, it's just not worth messing with as far as I'm concerned, unless there's really high quality. Whoops, getting carried away here. Yeah, they're saying it all blew up, even though I had the laser off. Wasn't that heavy into the red. It, like I say, it's just the mechanics are just not that fucking good. That should have never happened. But that's Star Citizen. Like I say, it's everything is cheer, keep fucking with it. Scanning mode. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You
Like
may
I
not
say,
proceed.
they really have a mess. Lights.
Lights on.
They really have a mess in this game, and it will not get fixed. Because one thing about Star Citizen is they do not fix anything. They claim, we're going to wait till beta. Well, beta's what, 10 years away? Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may not proceed.
They need a project manager. Somebody who can put the pieces together that in an orderly fashion. You notice how the lights on the ship, they work, they quit working, they start working. Like I say, you go up like I don't know. Like I say, they keep talking, the White Knights talk about how great the fidelity is, and I don't see it. I do not see it. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
See, all these rocks should show up that they've been scanned in this area, but you'll notice they don't. That's more Star Citizen. Every one of these rocks should be marked after I scanned it. They don't mark. Alright, that's a pretty, not a very expensive material, but it's decent for a third tier material, second tier material, I guess it is. So, most valuable is second tier materials. So it's kind of worth break it. Yeah, you're not gonna get rich off the stuff. And I'm pretty much tired of mining already. Like I say, there's no reason to make credits. I'll come back and mine under the new flight model, see if it affects the prospect or any. I don't know. Didn't have any trouble in hover mode mining. So this probably won't be as... I like the hover mode personally, but I guess a lot of people didn't. Gimbals.
Actioned.
Gimbals.
Actioned.
It's not a great piece, but we're gonna take it. Might even fill us up. It's gonna fill us up. Oh, you prick. 1.8% left, huh? Gonna make me break one more rock. Just because it can. That's a good piece too, so I guess it's worth breaking. It'd have been nice if the last one would have done the job. And now we're full. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Lights.
Lights on.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Star map.
Activating now.
Star Citizen mining.
Yeah, just a little bit. We're just out playing around, not really doing anything. It's not really trying to make money, just killing a little time in Star Citizen. Close star map. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Forgot what I was doing. Range.
Collecting data.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
In fact, just finished up a full load. Jump.
Jumping.
Didn't spend a whole lot of time. Really wasn't out to make credits. I mean, I made plus a 50K probably, but I was just dicking around, so to speak. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
No, we're not. Jump.
Jumping.
You said that last time and it wasn't true. I can tell the difference. This server seems to be running pretty good. Which can be surprising in Star Citizen. You just never know what you get. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Close the bubble glass.
Closing
Please
mobilglass.
proceed to assigned landing bay.
We're proceeding somewhere. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Long as it's locked. Pad 1. Whoa. Back it up, dummy. Don't get carried away. Engines off.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
Engines
stay.
are powered down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Open door. Say open door. Somebody's Gladius, pirate. Pirate Gladius. It'll make me cycle it. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Oh. Pad 1. Remember that. Handle my storage. Whoop. Say whoop. Well, come on. Oops. Just a little slow is all. I said 50K. Pretty much hit it on the head. Like I say, credits to start a big thing, so. Alrighty. Didn't take long. I'm still not dead, although I'm hungry and I'm dying of water. Life just sucks. Alright, we'll take it back out to the R&R station and park it. I don't like to, I come here, but I don't like to stage out of here because there's still lots of people who just do idiotic things here. So I just prefer to stay out of the place unless I have to come here. Just my preference. Because some people just got to make life rough for everybody else. And I just don't like really dealing with people who are more interested in griefing people than actually playing a game. To each their own. Wow, okay, now something's wrong here. Look at this. I am not in the seat, but it thinks I am. Change view.
Roger that.
Change view.
Roger that.
Huh. Change view.
Roger that.
Okay, let me see here. It's not going to let... Exit seat. Exit seat. Okay, we're busted.
Affirmative.
Let's see what we can do here. Try this again. Engines on.
Engines online.
Takeoff.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Star map.
Activating now.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
Marker way over there. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Now in most ships you can change your angle of the dangle to block the sun with something in your cockpit. This ship is all bubble up here. You cannot block the sun, so you got to put up with the annoying light in your eyes. And in VR, you think it's annoying on your monitor. It is really annoying in VR. It's like somebody stuck a flashlight in front of your eyeballs. Very bad game design when they don't give you the ability to filter out the sun. I mean, it's a space game, for God's sakes. You're telling me our astronauts have to look at the bright sun. And that's today. Now, 900 years in the future, they have lost their sunglasses. Because Chris Roberts is a revolutionary. And don't give me the bullshit that, oh, he's gonna fix it. He ain't fixed nothing yet. So yeah, in 10 years you might get a pair of sunglasses to put on when the sun's in your eyes. But it seems to me we're in spacesuits with helmets. Don't they have filters you can just lower down? I would think when they designed the suits that they would have added that feature, but not Chris Roberts. He wants to fuck up your view because that's what Star Citizen does. Bright light, fog, dirt, you name it. They put shit in the game purposely to impede your view so they can hide their bad LODs to get their sorry frame rate over 30 frames per second. And everybody makes excuses for them instead of just calling a fucking pig a pig. Range. Oh, come on. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Yeah, if people want to actually get this game completed, they need to quit kissing Chris Roberts' ass and telling him the truth. You know? Quit telling them, oh, how great it is. It is not great. It has potential. That's all it has right now. There's nothing great about Star Citizen. But you can see a lot of potential. The trouble is he's too interested in making cutscenes for Squadron 42 to spend any time getting this game done. Because what he wants to do in life is make movies. He does not want to make games. So I said he needs to hire a project manager and shut his mouth and go ahead and make his cutscenes and let the project manager run the show. That's not going to happen, but that's what needs to be done. The rate it's going, it will never reach beta because he just keeps feature creeping it. Can't make a decision. Ba, 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 ba. Permission to land.
Approach protocols engaged.
Close comms. Oops.
Comlink closed.
Close mobiglass.
Closing mobiglass.
Okay, where's my marker? I need a marker. Markerless here. Somebody throw me a bone. There it is. Out in the bone field. Yeah, okay, the sound, I have to admit, I like the sound better in Star Citizen using these headphones versus the Rift S speakers. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And
Yep, the
locked.
sound sounds a whole lot better. And I am sure the sound has always stayed the same. I mean, it's not that they've changed anything. It's just that I'm not using the Rift S to listen. Is it going to let me refuel this puppy this time? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You never know with Star Citizen whether anything is going to work. Mobiglass.
Open mobiglass.
Have a pleasant stay.
And yes, today is going to work. Look at this. So we'll fill it up. The next time I use it, it'll have full tanks. Tanks will be full. I'm surprised we don't have to refill oxygen. I would think oxygen would be something you'd have to refuel. I mean, they don't do it. Nobody, it's never mentioned, but I would think. Power down. Power down.
Powering down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
But I would think oxygen would be a big thing in your ships. Have to refuel the oxygen tanks, but we don't. I guess I should quit complaining because I'll probably put it in. Be another cost, but you know, I don't know. I find that funny that it's not a matter of you're not gonna let me out. I mean, isn't oxygen more important than anything else when you're in a spacesuit, on a spaceship? So, I guess it just makes free oxygen from hand wavium. Yeah, they want to call realistic. Well, that's not very realistic. Gonna make us buy fuel, and gonna make us buy fuel. I would think that would be part of it, but what do I know? Gonna make us eat food, water, drink water, but we don't need to buy the oxygen in our ships. Doesn't that make sense? Down into the station. Or sideways into the station, I guess. Depends on the station. Damn. I wish we had transporters to be instant. Okay. We'll put the ship away. Full tank and stored, I think. Did it store? Yes, it did. Okay, there's a little Star Citizen session. We haven't run this game in a couple weeks, I guess. None of my friends will have asked me to play, or I haven't seen them play. So I haven't bothered, but I thought I'd come in here today and play with it a little bit. But we're done now. I'm really not going to do anything else. So I guess we'll just part ways here. All right. And whoops, wrong monitor. Monitor 2. We'll stop the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys later. Have fun.